and welcome back to the Right Reality Podcast. I forgot what we were doing. My name is Mixie.
We're off to a flying start. My name is Stephen. Welcome. We are here to recap episode 2 of McBee, Dynasty, McQuestions on McBravo on Monday. And
yes,
Mixie, did you remember to get a McMuffin?
You know, Stephen, I remembered slightly. Now, is it from McDonald's? Yes. Is it a McMorning item? Yes.
Did you get a
Did
McGriddle?
I forget that there's a difference between a McMuffin and a McGriddle? I did.
Oh.
So
whoa. Hold on. I'm trying to see through is it a bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle?
it is a bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle.
Whoa. One of the breakfast items, the few breakfast items I've never had at McDonald's is a bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle.
You getting sausage? Are you sitting there with a sausage right now?
Yeah, this is a sausage McMuffin with egg. I'm not getting the bacon at McDonald's.
What do you mean?
Okay, this is a poll question. This is a poll question right now. Would you rather have, this is unfair because McGriddle is usually superior no matter what, but we'll see if anybody's on my side. Would you prefer a sausage McMuffin with egg or a bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle? Let us know in the YouTube comments.
I'm not going to lie. There's somebody here that's already voting.
Bernard! Not for you, Bernard! Not for you, Bernard!
This motherfucker has been feral today. So
Bernard!
if you see me pick him up and chuck him across the room, don't call PETA. He deserves it. But
He deserves it.
I don't know I don't even know the last time I had. Oh, no. I don't know the last time I've had McGriddle at all. And I ordered this a while ago.
Yeah. It is 2:00 local in Los Angeles. Oh, are we gonna cheers and then have our first bite of our McGriddles or McMuffins?
Bernard.
Bernard, no, not for you, Bernard. Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay.
Smells really good.
And that's delightful.
A McGriddle for McBee Dynasty, episode 2. Ditch for Dallas.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me let you know. I have the most amount of McQuestions ever after watching a reality TV program.
That was McDry as fuck. That made me McThirsty.
Oh boy. I also want to say right at the beginning of this, as of recording, thank everyone so very much. We have passed the 1,000 subscriber mark. We are at 1,073. And horns to everybody!
Woohoo! We did it, Bernard. We got him. 1,000 subscribers plus, and only continuing to go up since the last time I saw it too, Stephen. We're just climbing. We're climbing the ladder.
Now, the irony of this is probably as we said that, you are about to get a YouTube ad because of that. So, sorry about it, but
Your support means the world. You can hit the skip ad once it gets to that point.
Yeah. Just or just watch it a little bit longer. I think that's how it works. If you watch it a little bit longer, I think we get more. Listen, we're gonna make a couple pennies off the YouTube ads, but still, it shows growth, and that's what the number one needs right now. We got to show people we're growing. So thank you very much for the love,
and we greatly appreciate that. And in return, we are going to give you an absolute banger of a recap today because episode 2 did not disappoint. No. You might be thinking, oh my God, so much happened in episode 1. How are they going to top it in episode 2? They do it.
They thought that you would say that, and they're like, checkmate.
We have hillbillies. We have pregnancy jokes. We have another van. We have so much.
We have journalism about the van.
We have a breakup that doesn't actually happen, or did it? Who knows?
We have whether something was a tennis outfit or not.
So much to unpack here, guys. Get comfortable. Maybe don't skip the ad, and we're going to get into it right away. Now, I want to remind everybody, for those of you that didn't watch episode 1 or watch our recap, which please pause this and go back and do that. $70 million in debt, okay? I'm going to keep saying it. It's going to keep coming up because I feel like it's an important thing for us to discuss. Now, please hold while I get my cat out of the bag of litter that he is currently full body in.
Oh, okay. This is the type of cat content that you guys wanted. Is a absolutely feral Bernard. Unfortunately, you can't see it right now. Oh, now you can see Bernard. Bernard! Hello, Bernard! Oh, do you have anything to say about McBee Dynasty, Bernard? That's a no.
He's overwhelmed. He's overwhelmed with thoughts. He can't even decide which one. Can you? Okay, but listen to me. Let's have a quick convo, okay? Let's have a quick convo. Okay? We're going to talk with them, too, because I want them to understand what I'm dealing with. Can you please show the fuck out for like an hour? Just an hour. That's all I need, okay? Okay, just an hour. What do you say? Okay, thank you. Goodbye. All right.
Everybody in the YouTube comments right now, I need you to put how long you think it will be till Bernard acts up again.
I need to get a cage or something for him when we're recording. Okay, so we are $70 million in debt, people. And we start episode 2 with us rushing, holy shit, Casey to the hospital. Turns out everything's fine. God bless. But man, the comedic timing of Stephen pulling up in the meat van.
Great.
That they spent 6 figures on. 6 figures.
It's a choice.
On a meat van. $70 million in debt.
You might think that is a terrible idea, Mix. I hear where your voice is at, and you're basically trying to tell me when you're $70 million in debt, you know what would be a terrible business decision? To spend 6 figures on a Sprinter van. But I'm here to tell you, you're incorrect, because you want to know why? It's meat you can trust. It's on the side of the van. Am I supposed to put meat you can trust in a non-6-figure van? No, that would be crazy.
I would argue that if you're selling the meat, I should trust it. Isn't there a process that they go through to make sure it's trusted meat?
See, I get why you would think that, but that's not how it operates. It's all about marketing. You know what I mean? It's meat you can trust, and you can trust it because I said it and I put it on the side of a van. And if I didn't put it on the side of the van, you wouldn't be able to trust it, because usually when you see people driving around with like a thing of meat in a car, it's meat you can't trust. I don't know if you've ever encountered that, but I've encountered people trying to sell me meat out of the back of a pickup truck in a freezer. That's been a real thing. And if you had under 3 minutes, under 3 minutes, you also won.
He has stuck his head in the McDonald's bag. Please hold while I relocate this motherfucker. You have lost privileges, sir. You are in the house. You go into the room. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say, I was bad.
Bye, Bernard.
So now I have to go. Okay, bye, everybody. Bye, everybody. Yeah, this is your punishment. We're back.
And we're back.
I need to know where you were approached by a freezer truck in a parking lot. This has to be a Florida thing.
No comment.
I knew it was a Florida thing. I knew it.
I can't be the only one who's had somebody approach them with a freezer full of meat. Not in Florida. That's had to happen to somebody else, right? That's a thing?
I feel like it's not.
Okay.
Leave a comment below if you were approached by a random man with meat in his car.
Well, it wasn't in the car, respectfully. He had a brochure. There was a brochure.
There was a brochure?
There was a brochure.
This is a classy establishment. Did he have meat you could trust on the side of his van? Because I would have gotten it then.
He did not. That's why I'm saying I didn't purchase the meat because I didn't feel like it was meat I could trust. But if I ran into the McBee van that had meat you can trust on it, I'd feel better about my potential investment. And also, this guy's a marketing genius. He's going to pull up to the van on a shooting day on a truck he never drives, by the way.
Oh, no.
With a QR code on it. Big brain. Big brain move. Oh my God, hold on a second. We're ordering some of this, right? We got to order some of this.
I went see if the QR code works. I'm shocked it doesn't like pop up in the corner like McBee meat you can trust.
I'm currently trying to scan the QR code. Hold on, let's see. My computer sees that there's a QR code there, but in perfect fashion, it's not allowing me to actually open up the QR code.
Tracks. Watch him have never actually opened a website that connects to that QR. He got it on the truck, but never did the whole website part of it.
I did some journalism on this van because that's what you expect from the NOR. You think we were just going to glaze over the McBee meat truck with the QR code and the 6 figures? Clearly, the audio was very heavily edited, but that's not the point. These Mercedes Sprinter vans, because I know
of course it is. Of course it is. God forbid we just get a random Sprinter van. It's got to be a Mercedes one. Because what are we, $70 million in debt? That's crazy.
What do you think the cost of one of these starts at, Mix?
Oh. I'm so bad at this. I'm going to go with $150K.
Okay. A Sprinter van begins at $53,000. And the passenger van select version goes up to $64,000. So, don't know where the other $40K went.
Well, I think that thing is refrigerated. They probably gutted the inside of it and made it like a refrigerated van.
Which kind of looks like that situation on the top. I'm just thinking, this guy's just driving around that area, selling meat out of the thing. Like he's driving into Kansas City with just a
because he was
thing
like
of meat.
He whipped up and he's like, "I got the meat," and they're all like, "Casey's dying."
She's about to die.
Which makes more sense as we were shitting on them in episode 1 that nothing was there and nothing was prepared.
You guys. I've opened the website, McBeeMeatCo.com.
I'm going to need you to drop that link. I'm going to need you to drop that. God forbid they buy the .com URL. Come on, Steven.
It's McBeeMeatCo.com. I'm dropping it to you now. And here's what I need you to do, Mixie. I need you to open up this site. Because obviously they know the number one is listening right now and recapping.
Free beef for a year?
Thank you very much. A $5,000 value. And all I have to do is sign up for the newsletter. You better believe I'm signing up for that newsletter.
Why is Calla pushing the meat on the front page?
Is she really? Enter to win. Signed us up. I've signed up myself. You need to sign up. You. And, you can use that code for 25% off my first order. They've emailed it to me. Oh, my God. A meat snack pack. We're going to have to get into all of this separately because we could be here.
This might be a whole nother episode. Do you see the featured in scrolling past?
Hold on. No, I don't.
Scroll down a little. It says featured in USA Network, People, Yahoo, Bravo, Peacock, Forbes, USA Network. They're just listing the places that are showing clips of this show and or make this show and saying that these are featured. This is amazing. Do you see Calla?
I did see Calla at the top. Yeah, I did see her hawking the wares because, if I'm selling meat, you know what I need? A hot meat girl to also show me.
Oh, let's read their story. Oh my gosh, Steve, we might need to.
This will be a separate episode. Maybe we do a special episode on the McBee Meat Co. website. But I would like some of the meat snacks. How much are the meat snacks? Very reasonably priced meat snacks, Mix.
Well, you get it for free now, don't you?
We get it for free? If we win, we get it for free.
Oh, I thought you.
I think we're going to order some of these, and we'll do a taste test in the next couple weeks. I think that's what's going to happen here.
Oh,
so we'll get back to that.
The ranch hand box, the cowboy box.
Woo! Ranch hand box. That sounds sexual.
The McBeef box. Gotta get that one.
The McBee McBox.
The McBee McBox. McBeef box.
With the McMeat. Wow.
This isn't real. I have to exit this website because
we gotta leave. We gotta
keep going. We find out that Casey is fine. They do make a joke about being shocked that Cole beat teen pregnancy. I think they're joking, but I'm actually shocked by it.
They said that it's the accomplishment of his life and put it on his tombstone. And I love every second of that for him.
I'm just glad
when
that
somebody even jokingly says the biggest accomplishment of your life so far is beating teen pregnancy.
Barely.
That tells you everything you need to know.
You know when you watch reality shows and you're like, oh, this is edited, like I'm getting a version of this person that may not be real, or I'm not seeing this person. This just solidifies to me that this is the most real reality show that we're watching.
I think so. And you know how I can tell that is because there are so many things that don't make sense. The poor story producer on this show must hate his or her life. Because it is so convoluted. They're missing breakups. They're missing announcements. They're missing just integral parts that, like,
whole
as
pieces.
You do with the reality show, you could, like, piece the, hey, we're going to need you to say these things so we can do it. And I think the story producers just given up at this point and just, like, accepted their fate.
Yeah, and they're happening so fast and so back and forth that, like, by the time they realize they need something, it's already progressed so far that they can't even go back to try to get a clip to make it make sense.
Yeah, it's like, did they break up? I think they broke up, but that's all right. They're already partying somewhere else. I don't know what's going on.
They're both saying they're single, but they're still texting, and also Cal is saying that we're getting ahead of ourselves.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Galena and Kala go to some random event for locals.
Yes.
I'm thinking Galena's going to black out. She does not, and I am upset. I wrote down immediately, let's see a blacked out Galena in the next 10 minutes. It didn't happen.
I was sad. I thought she was going to get I thought she was very same thing. She was going to get after it, and it was going to be awesome, and she was going to start saying some shit. And I honestly thought she was going to admit to beating up that woman's car in the last episode, and we didn't get it.
We're going to get it eventually. I mean, we're going to get it. Instead, we saw the most uncomfortable wing woman and flirting situation that I've seen in a very long time. Galena, terrible. Kala, awful. Just a 1-2 punch of rough to watch 3 minutes worth of content.
There was no explanation for why they were there. I think at some point they were like, oh, this is for business leaders. And I'm like, okay. Well, maybe don't flirt at the business leaders thing then.
This is the worst place for you. And then Cal's like, there's some single men around here. Let's get you back on the horse. Best thing to do is get under someone. At the local business leaders event?
Yeah, because the last guy you had was too involved in his business to give you a life. And so let's get with these entrepreneurs.
He never wanted to give her a life to begin with. He used that as an excuse. He just wanted a place to stick his dick on occasion that also happened to make him some food sometimes. Which, by the way, do you remember last season, the food she made, how terrible it looked?
How could I forget? I will never forget that. It will be a thing for the ages. Also, the absolute chef's kiss of Kala giving the dating advice. Being like, hey, this is the best thing to do is get under somebody else. Probably not. Historically speaking, not the best advice ever given out. And the fact that it was our girl Kala is just like, yeah, let's do this. And then she leads into the next thing I want to talk about, Mixie, which brings us to one of my favorite game shows ever created called Is She Lying? This is a tried and true game here on the number one.
I'm excited to play.
Is She Lying? Where I play audio and Mixie tells me, is this person lying?
Okay.
Cue the audio.
You want something? Yes, she's lying.
Yep. Didn't even need to listen to it for more than 3.1 seconds, if anything. She heard the first syllable of it and she was like, yep, don't need to hear anymore. I cut out of the audio because we didn't need to hear it, everybody. For those of you who are not watching the show, Kala asked, did you really still want something to happen with Steve Sr.? And she said no. And Mixie gave the correct answer, which is she's lying.
First off, Calla knows the answer to that already, so she didn't even need to ask it. All of us know she beat the shit out of this other girl's car.
Yeah.
Is she lying? Yeah.
Yeah. I liked how quickly you were just like, nope, I don't even need to hear anymore.
I didn't even need to play the game. The answer was yes.
Yes.
But speaking of lying, Stephen, we leave this event. I don't even understand still what truly happened during that. We go back to the farm.
Okay. We come back to the farm. I just noticed a note in here that I can't move on without. I'm very sorry to disrupt the train.
No, please. I'm sure it's important.
One of the questions the men asked Galena might be the easiest question ever to answer.
Oh, yes. I forgot about this too.
The guy says, "What part of town are you from?" Now, everybody at home, let's play the game along. In case you haven't seen the show, you might not know the answer to this, and that's fine. But everybody at home, ready? Mixie can play along too. Well, we don't want to tell everybody where Mixie lives, but you can just say your general region. Ready? Hey, what part of town are you from?
The Valley.
The Valley. Very good. Very good. In an LA, that is a very important question for a lot of things. For business readings, for days.
Yes.
Very important question.
Let's play with you. Stephen, what part of the area are you from?
Various.
Shoot. That's okay. It's tricky.
One more. Give me another shot. Give me another shot.
Stephen, what area are you from?
Sponge cake.
Damn it.
Shout out if anybody knows what that's in reference to. Give me one more shot. One more. I got it.
Stephen, what area are you from?
The Valley. Oh.
Let's go. We've done it.
My goodness.
And now I understand that that's difficult. But and Galena would agree with you.
Various. She said various.
Not even like
various. What are you, are you a homeless person? You live in various locations? If you're going to say various, it'd be like, hey, I work here, so I got a place here and I got a place there. That's how you answer it.
I go between the city and here and here.
Yeah. Not hard. Not hard at all. Various locations. Oh, we can move on now. I'm sorry.
We go back to the farm and it's chaos. Quote, somehow the gates were left open. Now, this might be my favorite part of the episode. First off, I'm crying laughing because as we know from McBee Dynasty season McOne, this is a common occurrence.
Yes.
Which will never make sense to me. But then, as they're explaining that it was somehow the door was left open, we see surveillance footage of the cows leaving the gate that is open. Release the tapes. Why are we all arguing with each other about who left the gate open? It is clear as day that they have footage of who left the gate open. How am I seeing the cows get out of the gate?
Mixie, you've played right into their hand. Mix.
Play the tape. Give me the tape. I want the tape.
Just like all the other sheep bought that this was surveillance video. This is very clearly B-roll that they shot, that they black and white and put text on to make it look like it was a surveillance tape. What are you talking about? You work in this. There's no way you thought that was real surveillance footage.
Next. All I know.
That is a good frame rate for surveillance tape. That was like 30 frames a second surveillance tape.
As we've said previously, there is not an inch of that farm that does not have a camera on it. If it's for surveillance or otherwise, there's not an inch of that farm that doesn't have a camera on it. They know who left that gate open.
Now.
And they have it on camera and release it.
Little Pat McAfee would like you to believe that it was Stephen and Calla when they're taking their photo shoots out there, which was a hilarious dig at their photo shoots that they happened to show Calla in. Like, that didn't need to be in there, but it's hilarious. And that's part of this entire show is just
shitting on Kala here and there.
Yeah, here and there. Yeah, I think even the editors of the show are like the rest of the family. They're like, hey.
Fuck it.
We got a lot of footage of you doing some shit. And we're just we're gonna not like try to cancel you because we're not in that business. But we're gonna toe that line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely hilarious.
Steven, I had a question for you.
I can't, but also I can't believe how well behaved people were when they heard that the cows were out. Like earlier in the show.
Because I really think that this happens on a pretty consistent basis. Like,
how?
I don't think
it's
this
never
is a
explained.
one-off.
I would like this to be a learning opportunity for how cows get out all the time. Like, what's the normal procedure for gathering up the cows? Make this an educational content video for me. Little Pat McAfee is trying to tell us all this information to his pregnant girlfriend who's laying in bed with a full face of makeup. Right? Like, this is a full face of makeup.
Yeah, it is.
And he's running out of the house, and I see 2 more sets of antlers by the entryway. How many antlers are in this house?
I think that they rotate them, too. I think that there's, like, winter antlers, there's summer antlers.
Is this normal?
Well,
this can't be normal.
Steven, you want education. Other Steven has you covered. Did you know the proper way to call a cow?
No.
Well, don't worry. Steven's gonna teach you. Roll that tape. Hey, cow. Hey, cow. Hey, cow. That's a professional. That is a farmer.
I was about to say, I being the uneducated non-farmer,
plebe,
didn't think it was that easy.
Yeah.
Honestly. I thought there was a call, some sort of whistle of some sort.
Nope, it is, hey, cow. Hey, cow. Now watch where you say it, because if you're too close to a farm, they'll start coming at you.
Whoa, be very careful, Mix. You might have some valley cows heading your way.
Everybody listening, roll up your windows if you're listening in your car. We can't have cows just stampeding to your car right now.
Just out of nowhere, cows.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Watch yourself.
Man, we needed a warning on that.
Yeah, you're right. We needed a heads up on that.
The Right Reality will not be held legally responsible for any incidents involving cows.
The cow trampling that's going to happen when you listen to this.
Listen, we just reached 1,000 subscribers. This is how we're getting taken down.
We can't possibly have a scandal right now, okay? We're on our way up. We can't afford this.
We can't afford a cow scandal. That is the way it would go down. There would be a cow scandal.
It'd be that stupid 1,000,000%.
Oh my good God. There's also something else I want to talk about because it comes back up later. I'm fucking crying thinking about us having a cow scandal. Jesse and Allie have a city house and a farmhouse. Relatable, obviously, as ever.
It's almost like they're not in $70 million debt.
My little next question is this why the farm has so much debt? These people have enough money for a farmhouse and a city house? They've made enough money for 2 houses farming? I feel like farmers are pretty humble people that don't have like tons of money.
That's not how the McBees roll.
That's not how they roll. That's why they have their own TV show, right?
And that's why they're $70 million in debt.
Nobody is talking about this fact. Also, the city house is an hour and a half away from the farm.
Yep.
What? Why would you build that? What is he supposed to do? And the fact that the argument about this, he's like, yeah, I got to work at the ranch. I'm not driving an hour and a half to work in the morning to work at the ranch. I'm here till like 8 o'clock at night. I'm going to drive back up. You're the one working in the hospital. You come down here.
Yeah. And she's not having it. Honestly, bars. Sick as hell.
She's like, I moved up here to be next to my friends and family and my nurse job. And it's like, I don't know if the nurse job got you the 2 houses, respectfully, but, you know, I don't know what to tell you. Also, maybe don't build the house an hour and a half away from the farm, sir. Just a thought. Just a normal thought.
We'll never understand about 90% of the things these people
No. That's why I said I have so many questions after this episode. How we were like, hour and a half seems a reasonable amount to travel to work, right? The farm seems reasonable. Yeah. Seems
Totally.
easy enough.
Especially when you work at the crack ass of dawn and work until late at night.
Yeah, I'll just casually do the hour and a half.
Respectfully, have you seen them actually work? The only thing I've seen happen so far is Lil Pat McAfee was wiping down a saddle at one point. Other than that, I have not seen
How dare you? I saw him on a horse
they ran
gathering
over some,
the cows.
That somebody, we don't know who, opened the gate and caused that.
I just had a bite of the McBee Dynasty McMuffin, and I realized who left the gate open.
We all know who left the gate open.
Who? Who left the gate open? Mick Production left the gate open for content.
You think Mick Production did?
Mick Production went out there and was like, hey, I'm going to put up this regular camera. We're going to make people, including Mixie from the #1 Believe It security camera, of the cows getting out.
I think it was Mick Little Pat McAfee. He's an idiot. He's an idiot.
I love it. I love it so much.
Well, maybe you're right. That's why we don't have security footage of it happening, because it was production. Who knows? Storyline now completely changes. Mom's here. Love Mom. Mom's a fucking G. We love McMom.
Mama McBee, McDynasty on McBravo, and McMondays. She said 5 McWords, and I'm all the way McIn on her.
She is Mick awesome. She
incredible.
Is a
star. Ugh.
She 3x'd her company after that fucking asshole told her that she was going to run it into the ground, and he went $70 million in debt, and she 3x'd her company.
She's got a Lambo.
What a legend. Lambo. Yeah. That I'm sure she's not leasing.
I like how it was in true McBee, McDynasty, McWays. They're like, we don't just say she has a company and don't mention the company. We're going to show you the website and name it.
The whole website and make sure that you are aware of what it is.
Yeah, just in case you have any needs.
And she explains what it is.
Whatever they do.
Technology something? I don't know.
Construction technology something? I don't know.
Couldn't care. All I care about is the fact that she 3x'd it and he drove their business $70 million in debt.
Mixie, they specialize in providing comprehensive telecommunication and infrastructure systems. They go beyond merely supplying solutions. I know you thought they were just going to give you solutions, you dumb shit.
They go past.
But they partner with you to ensure every cable laid, connection made, and project completed drives you towards the goals with unwavering reliability and precision. I don't know what any of that means.
These are just words. They're just words smacked together.
I don't... How do you get a Lamborghini out of this?
ChatGPT wrote this entire website in 2 seconds. Connecting cables to reach your goal? Like, just... What do you mean? What does that even mean?
Hold on.
Just put a cable...
Okay. Their comprehensive services include... I scrolled down on the webpage.
Is it meat? Meat vans? They provide meat vans.
We'll get there. They provide a wide range of services for critical infrastructure, whatever that means, and outside plant needs, including businesses, hospitals, school districts, military facilities, and
farms. Fiber
to the home. With a team of skilled engineers and technicians, we deliver top-tier solutions across different sectors.
What is this? What solution?
I knew you'd ask that question because, like, what type of sectors? Literally, I'm literally putting this on screen so people don't think I'm faking this. On screen, the images that are available says inside plant, outside plant, physical security, and concrete.
Somebody needs some help with that security. I know a farm that could really use some security help.
Yep. I do too. I'm sending you that image because none of this image makes sense. Inside plant, outside plant, physical security, and concrete?
Concrete?
What? What? Why do I need technicians for concrete? You just pour the concrete, sir.
Because they're connecting the cables so you can reach your goals, Stephen.
God damn it. I didn't think about my goals.
Concrete is so...
The concrete just gets me. The concrete gets me. I'm clicking on the concrete. What do I get? It has a dedicated concrete team. Our expertise extends to a diverse range of concrete and curb projects.
No.
Mixie's dying. Mixie's dying. Catering to both public and private sectors.
What does any of these words mean? They don't mean anything.
And they pour concrete for curb projects?
Your goals.
How is that a
telecommunication?
How is that? You know what? I forgot. I should have unleashed the power of seamless connectivity. I forgot about that, and that's on me.
It's all about finding the balance.
Jesus, some people are just
okay.
The amount of buzzwords that are on this website is
don't make
immense.
any sense. They don't make any sense. Okay, I'm crying a little. Okay, we're back.
Hey, cow. Sorry, everybody. Sorry.
Whoa, watch out, Rich.
Sorry. Back to McBee, McMom.
They have a Mick conversation about how McStupid their McDad / her Mick ex-husband is. Yeah.
Yep.
We know.
Yeah, we got it. We watched the show.
Thank you for that.
Don't know if we needed that. We did get a gem out of this, though, is that she allegedly did what now, Mix? What did she do?
I thought she didn't know about Masha, which that was great. When she goes, there's another one?
Of course there is. There's a younger one. There's a younger version of you. Also, the likeness between McMom and Galena.
All three of them are very similar. The only one that's been different is that Tessa chick from last season.
Tessa. Was that her name? No, Tessa's the lady
No, Tessa's the lady that works there. What's that dark-haired girl's name? I don't know.
She was a riot. Bring her back. Where is she? I need her coming out at some point this season. She was great.
She was
great. Yeah.
Oh,
she spoon-fed Steve McBee Jr.
We knew this, Steven. Don't you remember them saying this during Joe Millionaire? We knew this. When he said that, had this whole story, I was like, oh my God, I remember this. Because Annie gave him a bunch of shit about it.
Our absolute queen, Annie.
Yes.
Imagine her life right now.
Living the dream. She's been in Europe fucking around.
I'm aware.
Looking hot like she always does.
Obviously she's looking hot all the time. I get it.
Just being ridiculously hot and like living the dream. And this other fucker is $70 million in debt and in a deep argument with his on again, off again girlfriend because he's a liar. And as we said last episode, there's no way he was going to tell Kala this. And of course he didn't. She finds out from the other girls. This whole situation. So as Kala is coming to Casey's place, Casey says, and I quote, Kala can be reactive and intense. What?
Excuse me?
No, that is a ridiculous statement. How dare you think that you could say something like that about her that's exactly what she does every single time anything happens.
I think we should bring you up on charges. We should bring you up on charges.
Hey, cow!
Watch out. Watch the fuck out.
Great quote from her. Kala comes in with her Diet Coke, facing camera this entire time, by the way. Was it Coke Zero? I don't remember. It was one of the two, but facing camera. No blur, no black tape. We do not care here at the McBee Dynasty. But Casey and Kala have an awkward moment together outside. And then they walk into the house, double-cheeked up to become this week's double.
What a double one!
Pass of the week.
Of the week.
It was a beautiful scene. I got two asses, a pregnant one and a bitchy one.
Tell you what, I don't know what one I would prefer. That's a really tough choice. That's a choice I don't want to ever have to make, you know?
Well, I'll give her credit for this next section because for your boyfriend to have acted in the way that we all felt like was true, but for Casey to solidify was true. Right after your sister has passed away. Yeah. And then take zero ownership for it and continue to, as we saw him do in episode 1, and as she said, be like, that's so weird that they didn't reach out. You have every right to be upset about that. When turns out, he fucking told him not to.
As a matter of fact, she said, hey, I reached out to Stephen to see how you were doing. And it sounds like he didn't pass that message along, which tracks. I love how this was like a little ping pong back and forth conversation between them. It was like,
this was an incredible section.
Giant bomb of information. Okay, yeah, you threw that at me. How about this giant bomb of information back at you? And I think this was like a little battle within each other of like, hey, you were an absolute fucking C-word not reaching out to me after that. Yeah, well, technically that was your boyfriend acting like a piece of shit. Okay, since you're trying to call me out, did you not call us all hillbilly yeehaw fucks?
That's such a fantastic line. Hillbilly yeehaw fucks is incredible. I wish she had said it because that's hilarious. She said, I called you hillbillies.
She said, I don't use that terminology, which makes me really believe you do use that terminology, you know?
It's such a specific accusation that it has to be true. You know what I mean? Hillbilly yeehaw fucks is an incredible line. Truly poetic.
Can see an angry Kala 100%. Texting,
there's not a doubt
I
in
don't
my
care
mind.
what you and your hillbilly yeehaw fuck family thinks. Send. Send with emphasis.
Stephen in the kitchen. Well, Kala just said.
Yeah. You know what Kala just called all of us? Hillbilly yeehaw
Hillbilly yeehaw fucks.
Yeah, and they're like, that's a very specific term. And he's like, yeah, here you go. Look at it.
Which, by the way, Ditch for Dallas, great name for this episode, but absolutely should have been Hillbilly yeehaw fucks.
It really should be. I don't think they would have got past the FCC standards and practices.
Just the F
that's okay.
with some stars would have done it.
I just being like, I did call you hillbillies, though. Yeah, I did that. You know, I'm gonna bring it down a couple levels. I called you that. Wasn't as bad as hillbilly yeehaw fucks.
You're that pissed off. You're going through all of that shit. You're talking to your ex at that point. You might say something that's not the nicest.
No, probably not.
But honestly, like Casey and all the rest of them, that's fucking funny. I'm sorry. That's funny. If roles
she
were
almost
reversed,
laughed
I'd
saying
think
it.
Exactly.
She almost laughed saying it. She goes, did you call us hillbilly yeehaw fucks? Like, you called us hillbilly fox. Oh, I'm sorry. I got that wrong.
Yeah, it's
hillbilly yeehaw fox. Just being like, respect. You know, we've heard some terms before, but that's not one of them.
Such a good line. So Stephen is exposed. Kala gets in her car, calls Stephen and says, I need to come over there and talk to you. Pretty calmly. I was impressed with how she was able to keep it together. Hangs up the phone,
he
calls
did
him
say
a
later
fucking idiot.
He got like 15 text messages from Kala on that drive.
Yeah. He gets in the car. Crazy place to decide to have this argument next to the fucking meat van again.
Loved it. I was like so smart having it in the car with no actual production people. So you get the real stuff. It's just like, I hope they forget the GoPros in the car.
Yeah. I don't even think Kala gave a shit at that point. Stephen definitely did because he said nothing. He had nothing to say. He did not deny it. He did not apologize for it. This whole thing was disgusting, in my opinion. He just sat there and took it, didn't apologize, didn't say anything, and then starts to spin it on her. That was insane to me.
I think this is what
It's
are
cut
we
up.
guessing? A good 45-minute conversation,
100%
probably.
this is cut
Yeah.
up. I would think that production would want to have him look slightly good out of this, since he's like kind of their star in this show. If he had apologized, I really do think they would have shown it.
I think he said something. Didn't he say something like, I should have done better? Something like that?
Yes,
I feel
but
like
guess
he said
what? That isn't.
That's not an apology. Yeah.
It is not an apology. And she's like, yeah, you should have, you fucking asshole, you hillbilly yeehaw, fuck you.
The biggest moment out of this car conversation was they broke up the same day
Yep.
her sister died.
Yep.
What?
Yeah. This
What?
timeline shit that we're finding out is crazy pants.
What?
So yeah, she can call your family a hillbilly yeehaw fuck if she wants to. She gets that right.
Yeah. I think that's how it goes.
Yeah.
I need way more information about how this goes down, how you break up with somebody on the same day as that. I don't get it. There's so many questions. I want a whole episode devoted to the breakup, because then we get another breakup later, allegedly, and we don't know what's going
Do
on
we?
with this. I don't know. I really don't know. But then apparently the same day all this is going down, there's a plan to get together because we have to reintroduce the mom into the main part of this show.
Yes.
So now she can be integral to the rest of the show going forward. And
Yes.
I cannot wait for her to be part of this show. I'm so excited to have Mama McBee on the show.
Gem of a human. She's gonna make this so good. And this is when we start figuring out how much I think especially Stephen relies on mom.
Yes.
Because at this point we find out when he goes back to the house, tells the family that they're in an argument, we find out that Kala read text messages off of Stephen's computer to his mother, venting to his mom about Kala. Now, so many layers to this. First off, I don't think you could pay me money to converse with my mother or father about every little argument I got into with my significant other. Like, you can't pay me. That is 101, the dumbest shit you could possibly do. Truly.
He's got nobody else, though, which seems very apparent. He can't go to his brothers because one of them is a little Pat McAfee, and his greatest accomplishment in life is not going through teenage pregnancy. So he's out.
Buying land that is perfect because of the way the water falls down the hill.
They got some good drainage down there. I've seen some
good drain.
I've been all across this country.
I know how those soybeans are gonna drain, and hill.
That's it right there. I can spot it a mile away. I don't know it till I smell it, and I smelled those soybeans growing out this ground.
I'd argue that he probably had a text chain with Cole, a text chain with Jesse, a text chain with his dad, and a text chain with his mom, all about the same things, because he does not seem like someone that can process an argument with a significant other alone.
I also don't think he's got like outside people, though. He's got no outside people, which seems pretty clear from the show either. Like, at no point are we like, oh, here's like Steve's non-work friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
Like, he doesn't have like a set of like non-McBee boys, right? The non-Mick boys, as I'm referring to them as, where you could go and like talk that out or something like that. And I'm pretty sure he's probably not doing therapy. So that's another thing.
What? That's crazy. You think that these guys that live on a farm aren't doing therapy? What?
But so the next level of this is that she was on the computer with a linked iMessage account.
Yep. Idiot.
we know, because I set up Mix's computer at work one time. And it's like, you want a link? You should. Nope. I didn't even get it. Nope.
No.
Nope. This is a work computer.
Yes.
It only does work.
You separate these things. These are separate things. I don't want my boss going onto my computer and accidentally a text pops up.
Yeah.
From someone in a way that he should not be seeing.
Yes, not necessary. We don't need those on the work computer.
We don't need these cross things. Absolutely
Stays on the phone. There's a passcode to the phone. There's also a passcode to the computer. I would pay Mixie $20 right now if she remembers her own password.
To this computer?
Mm-hmm.
It's my thumbprint.
Oh, see? Okay. We said that. We said, get fucked, you dumb piece of shit.
You hillbilly yeehaw fuck.
Yeah.
You thought I didn't know my password. Joke's on you. It's in here.
Remember a couple months ago where my computer...
I was locked out for 2 days?
Yeah. Let's forget about that. That's why it's my thumbprint now, bitch. The second thing is she's going through the iMessage thing, and you don't just accidentally go to the mom thread.
No, she knew.
She goes into iMessage and types her name at the top, right? And it's like, I want to see where my name's being brought up.
Yep.
And sees that thread and probably is like, Cal is being a stupid bitch. And it's like, click on that.
Screenshot.
And then screenshotting them.
And sending it not only to Stephen, but Stephen and his mother in a group chat. Diabolical.
That is...
Top tier.
Okay. Do you think she said anything, or do you think she just screenshotted those images and go send, and then just leaves
would have been way cooler if she didn't say anything, but you know she fucking, every single message she sent something with it. It was screenshot, paragraph text. Different screenshot, paragraph text.
Is she cropping lines and then sending those lines?
Probably. I think she's getting real in the weeds at this. And then Steven's saying this to everybody, and they're all like, what? She got it, and she sent screenshots, and the mom's just like, yeah, that did happen. Yep.
I was part of that. I was trying to,
work
on doing some, security.
Focus on my concrete
infrastructure for concrete.
Connection.
Got distracted. Yeah. I don't get how this company makes money. I just, it's one of those like, hey, we do work. And it's like, what do you do? Infrastructure. And it's like, okay, here's a contract for $8 billion. And it's like, cool. Well,
inside the plant, outside of the plant, and the concrete.
Don't forget about physical security, Mix. How dare you? You think you think you got to get another company for physical security? You dumb idiot.
All in one place here.
It's all one-stop shop,
There was a heart-wrenching moment here where she says, my biggest fear is the boys will turn out like their father. That, I was like, because, girl, have you met your sons recently?
I feel like that's gotten away from you a little bit. I feel like that got away.
I think you might have lost that one.
I think it's a little late. The ship has sailed.
I think he got his tongs and all of them, and it's a done deal. They all have special qualities of their father. Real special. Hillbilly
and each
fucks.
has like a little sprinkle of what it is, right? Each one's got a little bit, we still don't know what happened to young McBee, the random McBee that's not on the Mix show.
Hey, maybe he's fine.
He's the outlier of the group. And I don't put it besides them to introduce him to this group at some point. And they're like, our little brother's got it all figured out. He's got his head straight and narrow. And at the end of the show, he's like in a ditch drunk with like a hooker or something like that. And it's like, it only took a few episodes. God damn it.
All of a sudden, some woman comes in and they're like, yeah, this is the one I knocked up a couple of years ago. I've just been paying her on the side. You guys don't need to know who she is.
Yeah, that's why the company's in debt. So guess what? She's Russian. Love you, Dad. Taught me well.
So, Kala, I don't know if this is the next day or what, But Kala is now packing up to go to Dallas to get an apartment. And she exits the home before Steve gets back.
Yeah, so did she had a place in Kansas City or Dallas before last season, right? Am I supposed to believe she gave up? We never got a closure because that's where they had their like Instagram official date.
Mm-hmm.
So she gave up the apartment, and I'm supposed to believe she was living full time at the farm. Kala.
This is I also put this all is such bullshit. She's getting an apartment in Dallas. You 100% already have an apartment in Dallas.
100%.
He's also already paying for it.
Yep, because what she says during this was wild.
She wants him to co-sign this new apartment that she's getting because it's the least he can do. Meanwhile, she's out at clubs with signs that say, "Bye, Stephen," taking shots with her friends, talking about how she deserves better and she's going to get better.
Just want to say
we watched her get ready for this outing. That pants drop shot was so unnecessary.
Yeah. I don't know why it was in there other than to objectify her, which seems...
It was aggressively gross to me.
It's like, why are we showing her, like...
in her underwear right now.
Yeah, it seemed very odd for this show.
Yes.
And then, like, her putting on an outfit and, like, pulling it down over her underwear. I'm like...
I felt gross as fuck during this. I know you have shots of her walking up to this bar. I know you have shots of her getting into whatever car drove her to this bar. You even just like her putting on makeup. That I don't know why it was very jarring to me. I was like, why are we showing her like slowly taking her pants off? I just thought it was gross.
So weird that makes it into the edit. Like all these things are always being a shot. They're just never getting used. Yeah. And then for that to be like what actually makes it in, I thought was just very strange.
Okay. Thank you for saying that.
Asking him to co-sign the apartment was just a wild statement, which means it already happened before they broke up.
1,000,000%.
Right? She's like, I just still want to have a place in Dallas so I can go out. 100%. And so now they're just setting up the story now that he's going to have to try to maybe backtrack on co-signing for that. And she's like, oh, I can't pay. Can you send me money? I mean, we can see what's already going to happen.
But they're broken up, but also no conversation of them being broken up has happened. The last conversation we saw was him being like, hey, I'll be home soon. And she's like, I'm going to go to Dallas and try to find an apartment. I'm going to be gone before you get here. And he's like, okay, we'll talk later. And then all of a sudden he's walking up the street out with the boys and he's like, I'm single Steven. I'm like, what? And then there's a sign at the bar where the Cal is at that's like, bye Steven. But then Steven and Cal are texting.
The story producer must have just been like, I give up. I can't piece it together. I can't. We have an air date. I got to put it out. There's nothing I can do about it. This is literally like, I've done my best. I've tried my hardest. This is the best I could do with the footage I have. I'm very sorry. People are just going to have questions, and that's Mick okay. It was jarring in so many ways. Is this a single party? Is this a not single party? It seemed like maybe her friends got the sign done. I just don't know. There was no VO to clarify where we're supposed to be at in this alleged timeline of what was happening. Of course, there are girls coming up to Steve Jr. I love it so much. The one girl that was flirting with him, very attractive.
Very 21 at best.
That's not the point. And then Mixie, you know what? I should have had a toast at the beginning of this episode for us reaching 1,000 subs.
Yeah, we should have. We can do it next time.
And I could have looked up some inspirational toasts. You know, maybe a Johnny Bananas toast. But nothing will top Little Pat McAfee's toast.
Have you never heard that
and
toast
I quote,
before?
I can't say I've heard this toast before.
It's very country.
Have you heard this before?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It's very frat bro Southern.
Very Ohio? Very Midwest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like hillbilly yeehaw fuck.
Air horns. A farmer farms a land.
Mm-hmm.
A sailor sails the sea. But a tequila glass and a stripper's ass is home to me. Now, Stephen Jr. tried to rescue him.
Was it Stephen Jr. or was it Jesse?
Honestly, probably Jesse. My bad.
I think it was Jesse.
Jesse's like trying to throw his pregnant girlfriend's name in there, being like, hey, don't say stripper's ass. Say Casey. Say Casey's ass. Nah, that's not the way. Yeah, damn it. You heard it. He's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Damn it. I tried. Watch the tape back, Casey. I tried. Like, don't think I didn't try. I tried.
And that was the end of the episode. They just both were out partying, and I don't understand if they're together or not. I don't understand if she's moving to Dallas or not, if he's buying the apartment. What the fuck is going on with Masha? She was nowhere to be seen this episode. Galena had about 5 minutes and then disappeared. Tess being the person that walked us through the episode 1, was non-existent. Episode 2.
Gone. No Rockstar Energy collab on this episode, apparently.
None. A lot of the things that we were told in the storylines that were happening in episode 1 disappeared.
Gone.
Hope they come back.
The fact that Masha was only mentioned in like a flashback this episode, we got no new Masha content, was very disappointing. I'm like,
I need Galena and
where's Masha?
Bad.
Like 3/4 of the way through the screener, I'm like, are we just not getting Masha at all?
Again, this is the creme de la creme of storylines, is this fucking storyline. And we're not getting any of it. And I'm fucking livid. So as soon as we wrap up this, which is about now, I'm going to watch episode 3, because I swear to God, if she's not in it, I'm going to freak the fuck out. Well, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you all. Thank you again for getting us to 1,000 subscribers. If you are not subscribed on YouTube, please do that. We're not going to stop asking just because we hit a goal. We have a new one, 2,000.
Oh.
200,000.
Oh.
We appreciate
have
you guys.
By the way,
yeah.
I need to see the evidence of how much of your McGriddle you've eaten. Because I'm about to finish mine. I think you've only had one bite. And that's honestly disrespectful. Take another bite right now. Come on.
It's McDry as McFuck, Steven.
Never stopped me. There you go. Give those people what they want. Some food content.
Make sure you're subscribed on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcast.
And if you think we should order the McBee Meat Co. box of jerky treats and sticks,
box,
let us know. We'll order it. We'll do a live taste test. We'll actually get the good stuff and not like our friends over at BFFs who got Arby's and didn't get a beef and cheddar.
Yeah, I didn't understand that whole, like, they did a whole Arby's sandwich stolen from us, but fine. They didn't do one sandwich. They did, like, a slider and a chicken wrap, which I didn't even know they had.
I commented who was in charge of the order for this gimmick.
The Java shake, which I've said is great.
Arby's actually commented no curly fries? Question mark?
It's a good question. Anyways, Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you greatly. We will see you next week for Destination X and another episode of McBee Dynasty. I'm McBravo. We love you, and we will see you soon. Bye.
Bye.